The country is truly on the cusp of change. It's not the same place it was 10 years ago or 45 years ago when it was founded, and it certainly won't be the same place if you go back in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years. So to be there at such a pivotal moment in its history was really, really incredible. Something that I realized when we were at Sultan Qaboos University, or SQU, it really clicked with me that Oman values peace over everything. Everything from their social structure and what you can talk about in conversation and what you can't, all the way to their national strategies, just shows how much they value peace, and that it's not coincidental or accidental that they've stayed very peaceful and very neutral in a region that, to be quite frank, is not peaceful or neutral. It really makes sense when you look at the history of America versus the history of Oman. Why, as Americans, we value freedom so much, and why, as Omanis, they value peace over everything. Something I learned a lot about on the trip was Islam. So the first day, we were at the Grand Mosque, which was so ornate and detailed and beautiful beyond belief. And we meet a woman there named Mama Naima, and she's dressed in the habaya and the hijab. And a stereotype that a lot of people have about Islamic women is that they're oppressed. But Mama Naima's cracking jokes, and she looks at us and says, "Do I seem oppressed to you?" Mama Naima taught us so much about the Islam faith. Like, I didn't realize that Jesus is actually mentioned in the Quran more times than Muhammad. I also didn't realize that women of the Islam faith wear their headscarves because it's modeled after the Virgin Mary. The most epiphany I had while we were in Oman is that there truly is no Garden of Eden on Earth, or a perfect place. The truth is, it has problems, just like everywhere else. You know, there's censorship, so if bloggers speak out against the government, they're imprisoned. Also, since the government gives their people pretty much everything, there's no entrepreneurial spirit like America has. Just on a personal level, I feel like I really grew from this trip, because someone who's very type A and wouldn't be described as laid back by any means, I had to become more laid back and go with the flow. With the language barrier, taxis being separated, and things not going as planned, at some point I kind of had to just let go. And I think being more adaptable like that will serve me well in the coming years. Just knowing that whatever situation throws at me, I can take it. So the Middle East, and Oman in particular, is not what the American media makes it out to be. It's really the story that no one's telling. On the news you only see bombs and all these terrible things, and that Islam is evil. But you can't stereotype a whole group of people based on one factor. My recommendation is, if you have the chance to visit the Middle East, and Oman in particular, go and experience it for yourself.